Hey everybody, good afternoon. Rose Thorne here again, doing a react to Chantal's latest live stream called Dairy Queen Mukbang. So she did this live stream directly after the react live stream that I just posted, and she's ordered from Dairy Queen, and it's interesting that she's got the vid and yet she's sitting there eating all kinds of dairy products. But before we get deep into the React video, I would like to show you guys something in this regards. I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. I had a long night last night with Sparky keeping me up all night, yowling. He had a lot to say last night. He just was saying it all night. And so my tongue is a bit malfunctioning today, and the circuits just start firing. But yeah, so Chantal, she did a new Patreon. And she's got different tiers on the Patreon. She's got a $5 tier, and she's also got a $20 tier. And this is supposed to be her travel tier. She set up the Patreon for traveling, and it's supposed to do with covering, I guess, the expenses of buying souvenirs and whatnot for people. Although that's, the audacity of that. The amount of money that people give her on her channel for the live streams and the super chats and membership signups and through views. She makes 10 to 20 grand a month, and she has the audacity to set up a Patreon and say, oh, well, if you sign up to this tier, you get a postcard and a sticker and whatnot, but you're covering the cost of that. But let me go ahead and bring up the screenshot. 1 second, please. Let me get my second monitor over here. There it is. So here's a screenshot I pulled off Twitter. Okay. So on her Patreon, you get an exclusive sticker after 3 months, an exclusive mini print after 6 months, an exclusive mug after 9 months, and a t-shirt after a year membership. So let's do the math on that. If it's $20 a month for that $20 tier, 20 times 3 is $60. So if you stay on her Patreon for 3 months, after paying $60, you get a sticker. That's it, just a sticker. If you are on her Patreon and you decide to pay for 6 months, for $120, you get a mini print. So $120, you get a mini print. If you are on her Patreon for 9 months, after 9 months paying for $180 paid total, you get a coffee mug. And then after a year, which is, let me see, $240, you get a t-shirt. Isn't that outrageous? So, if you pay $60 towards her, you get a sticker. Like they get the mini print, a mug, and a t-shirt. All that money you gotta pay for a sticker, a mini print, a mug, and a t-shirt. And keep in mind, Chantal has set up this tier, and she doesn't even have merch yet. She doesn't have any merch designed and up anywhere for sale. She doesn't have the merch. So nobody can really see that if they buy into this tier, what the merch looks like to see if it's worth to pay into this tier. But she made sure to set up this tier first. So there's no merch. There's no merch store. But she's already setting up this Patreon tier for people to start paying before the merch is even printed out, before they can even take a look at it. And even if she did have a merch store, who believes that if they pay into this tier, they'll actually get merch? I mean, seriously, like who's going to get merch from Chantal? She can't even manage a 15-minute video on her YouTube channel where she's making money. So does anybody believe that she's going to come up with a sticker, a mini print, a mug, and a t-shirt if she can't come up with a 15-minute edited video on her own channel, which would require very little work to do? You just, film the video and put it up and people are happy. But yeah, $60 for a sticker, $120 for a mini print, $180 for a mug, and well over $200 for a t-shirt. You know, there are reaction channels that they have merch stores, and their merch is awesome. And they put a lot of time and work into designing their merch. And you could buy any of their merch for a lot less than what Chantal is asking for what she's asking on Patreon. And here's the kicker: if you pay these reaction channels and their merch stores for the merchandise, you're going to get it. So you pay for a mug, you're going to get a mug. You pay for a T-shirt, you're going to get a T-shirt, guaranteed. Chantal, you know how she goes. You pay for something, you're probably not going to get it. All you're going to get in return are empty promises and lies of, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So just be warned. Anybody on her side that you're thinking about paying for that Patreon, just consider. She doesn't have a merch store yet. There's nothing designed, nothing she can show you, but yet she's already asking for your money. She's already got that active. So who knows when she's going to have merch up, what it's going to look like. But in the meantime, you're paying. And I'm sorry, it's ridiculous to ask somebody to pay $200 for a T-shirt and almost that for a mug. I mean, a coffee mug is like what, 15 bucks, 15, 20 bucks. Why do you need to pay that much money for a coffee mug? I mean, this is just ridiculous. Anyway, so that's the screenshot. So let's get on to Miss Chantal. Once again, her comments are turned off, so we can't have fun in the comment section. Boo, Chantal, boo. I like the comment section. You're taking that away from me. Shame on you. You're taking half my fun away from me and my viewers. We like the comment section over here. Why are you taking our fun away? But the comments are turned off. But look at the like dislike ratio. 100 thumbs up, but 608 thumbs down. Ooh, people are not happy with her. They're still expressing their displeasure with Chantal. So she's doing another mukbang. She did a mukbang this morning. She ate a bunch of food this morning and she's doing it again. And so she ordered from Dairy Queen. And what did she order? She ordered ice cream. I think it was like ice cream or something that looks like ice cream. Something to know about that. In the past, when Chantal parties all night, when she's on the party favors, when she's done the cola and her throat is bothering her, think back to all those live streams where she was eating the ice cream. Remember that. She was eating the ice cream because her throat was bothering her. So she wanted to eat something cold to kind of offset that. So here she is supposedly with the vid and she's eating ice cream. Does that sound like something that you'd eat when you're feeling sick? No, but it does sound like something you'd eat if you've been partying all night and you got that nasal drip going on in the back of your throat. It's messing it up. You're going to want something cold besides liquid to make it feel better. So here she is eating her Dairy Queen. Let's see what she's got to say. And I hope you like this react video. And if you have, please like and subscribe. And let's get to this bad boy.
All right. Dairy Queen. Who's here? Hi. Are you serious, Creek?
You know, I've been sick before, with just like colds and flu. And dairy is like the last thing you want to consume when you're sick. Because if you have throat problems, if you're congested, all that does is make it worse. All that does is make it worse. Your throat and it gets all gunky. That's the last thing you want to consume is dairy.
Mm. Hi, Autumn. Probably COVID.
I did notice something different about this live stream that she posted. The last two, there was that little blue thing at the bottom talking about COVID, and hers doesn't have that on this one. I wonder if it's because by her posting the whole COVID thing to her videos, she might be getting limited ads or something. I don't know. Like YouTube gets kind of funny like that, but that's just something I'm wondering out loud.
You guys make me laugh. You message me? Okay, JB, thank you. Hi, Trinity. So, our next beach is going to be Niagara Falls.
And here's another thing for those beezers over there to keep in mind when subscribing to her Patreon. Okay, so here's Chantal claiming that she has the vid, although she's offered up no real proof. She's not taken a test on camera where everybody could see her and shown the test result as she's positive. But let's just say for the devil's argument that she does have the vid. So she's going to have to quarantine for a while, true? Yes. And that also means she's going to have to withhold from traveling for a while to make sure that she's okay. So she set up the Patreon with this $20 tier and encouraged people to start paying for it. But it's going to be at least a month or so before she starts traveling, possibly 2 months. But in the meantime, you're paying your $20 or your $40. You're paying the money towards this tier. But again, there is no promise that she's going to go on vacation again or when that's going to happen. There's no promise of getting the merch. You're not able to see what the merch even looks like because it's not been designed yet. There's no merch store. Like, consider all these things when you're putting your money out there to somebody.
Matt. So this is called Sea Salt Toffee Brownie Chunk. So what I'm going to do is, we got flop arrow. We're going to Niagara Falls Beach this month. We're going to do a trip a month.
You can't do a trip a month, Chantal, if you're sick right now. If you're allegedly sick right now, you can't go on a trip for a while. You got to make sure that you're healthy for the trip. At the very least, out of decency, so that you're not on an airplane or somewhere and spreading whatever you got to other people.
And I love Niagara Falls. It's going to be fun. Go down the falls in a barrel. Yeah, I'm going to stay at a hotel on the falls. Zip line across the falls. We can go on the Maid of the Mist and stuff. There's a Ripley's Museum. It's going to be so fun. I had an African dinner for brekkie. Yeah, I can't sleep at you. Hi, Ultraviolet. Also, there's merch now on the Patreon.
No, there isn't. There's no merch on the Patreon. There is a tier telling people to sign up, that if they sign up for certain periods of time, they get certain things, but there's no merch, Chantal. You don't have a merch store up where people can see the merchandise so that people can see that how it's designed. You don't have a merch store yet. You've said, I'm going to get merch made, but none has actually been made that you can show off to people. You just had that tier promising that if people sign up that they'll get something for their money. But if I were any of them over there, if they had any lick of sense, they won't pay for anything until they can be sure that they're going to get something for their money. You know, that would be the smartest thing to do. Don't believe Chantal until you see there's a reason to believe Chantal. Don't believe her about doing edited videos until she does edited videos. Don't believe her on OnlyFans content until there actually is OnlyFans content. Don't believe her about Twitch and doing gaming content until you actually see she's gaming on there. You see how that works? Always look for something to back up believing her, because she is a woman of empty promises and lies. So she's saying that, oh, there's merch on the Patreon. No, there ain't. There's a promise of giving merch to people. But how can you do that if you haven't even designed anything and there's no merch store? You can't direct people to a merch store. You know, what she could do is create merch and have a merch store and have that on her YouTube channel and let people buy that directly. But knowing Chantal, she didn't want to do that, because if people saw her merch store, they can choose to opt in or opt out of buying. And let's just say somebody wanted to buy a simple mug. That's 15, 20 bucks, maybe. So she might get 15, 20 bucks out of that person, but no more than that. Versus having a tier on Patreon where she's promising certain merch once you reach certain levels of membership. But again, there's no promise you're going to get anything for your money. So she's going for that option of, I'm going to get the most money out of people and I'm going to feed them a line of empty promises. But by the time they figure out that I've lied, well, it's too late. I've already got their money.
If you're in the $20 tier, every 3 months, you get merch.
So every time you spend $60, you're supposed to get something. But again, there's nothing made yet. There's nothing made. There's nothing she can show you. She can't come online and say, look, guys, this is the sticker that you'll get after such and such time. This is the mug. This is the t-shirt. Letting people see what they're buying. You're buying something that you can't even see and doesn't even exist yet.
Made of the mist and go overboard? We could do. I didn't see Amber Lynn's merch yet. I gotta make better merch than that, though. I still got merch.
Yeah, I saw some of Amberlyn Reed's merch. It sucks.
Yeah. I got burger, mushroom burger, and french fries. Hi, vegan. Shipwreck beef. Pillow. Pillow's a good idea.
So 23 bucks for a pillow with some cheap font on it. What a cop out. All that money that Amberlyn Reed makes over there, and she can't find someone to design something for her. So 23 bucks for a pillow. Really? Who's going to pay 23 bucks for a pillow? I mean, how much use are you going to get for a pillow? Why not create something more functional like a hoodie or a shirt or a coffee mug?
Fupa girdles. I don't know. I just want to eat. I think I'm losing too much weight.
No, ma'am, you're not. And you know another reason why she's eating so much? Because of all the cola she did the night before. So she, like I said in the last React video, and I mean this in all seriousness, look, she's got a problem with food. She's got an ED. You guys know I had a problem with food, not to the extreme that Chantal did, but I still had one. And I see her all the way from here, and I know what she's been doing. She's got a problem with food, and to keep herself from overeating all the time, she's been using stimulants. And cola is a stimulant. And if you do a stimulant, such as caffeine, caffeine is also a stimulant and it staves off the hunger. If you use a stimulant, you're not hungry. It decreases your appetite. So Chantal, she started off in a place where she wanted to lose weight. She talked about weight loss surgery. And then she did the Ozempic, but Ozempic is not really meant for weight loss. It's just to help manage the blood sugar for diabetes, if I'm not mistaken. But she was trying to use that for weight loss, but she didn't like how it it made her feel, I guess, nauseous or something. And even on Ozempic, you're not going to lose that much weight. And if you do, it's because you're following it up with exercise and a healthy diet. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Chantal's mom used the Ozempic and she did lose a little bit of weight. But Chantal has an extreme amount of weight to lose. So even if she took the Ozempic faithfully, she would not be able to lose that much. She's got hundreds of pounds she has to get rid of. So she did the Ozempic thing for a while, and she's an impatient person. So because the weight wasn't coming on fast enough, she went straight to the cola. And we saw that she lost about 60, 70 pounds. You can see it in her face and the rest of her body. But then she went right back to the food because that's the problem. If you do any kind of stimulant for long periods of time during the day, and you're staving off the hunger and you got an ED, the moment that you come down off of that and the stimulant isn't there, you are going to be eating like mad. So Chantal does the stimulants, and then when she has to come down because she has to sleep, she'll do the edibles. And what do the edibles do? They make you hungry. The green will make you hungry. So the moment she starts doing those edibles, her hunger comes back fiercely. So here's the next day after having the cola binge with Natter, and she's eating. She's eating like crazy. She just had a meal. She's having another one. This is what happens when you try to use stimulants for weight loss and you get a problem with food. It doesn't work. It's not healthy. It's not effective. You think that you're doing something by keeping the hunger away with the stimulants, and you're really not. You're just putting it off. And once it comes back with a vengeance.
A fupa girdle. Why does my hair look funny? I want Indian food so bad right now.
And here's a comment in the chat. Overnight COVID merch says ice cream is not great for chest congestion. No, it ain't. It's the worst. That's one of the worst things you can eat if you are sick, if you've got congestion, you have trouble breathing. You should not be eating dairy. Worst idea ever. It makes all that gunk in your throat and your chest just it just makes it nasty. It makes it worse.
Overnight COVID. Why is my head the same length as my neck? Why? Why do I look like I was hatched? So, Boring. I didn't throw out the scale. Hey, Sandra. I'm feeling okay. Like, I just feel like I have a cold. Basically. Started even looking up how to make merch. Nope.
There we go. Tessa says, Chantal, have you even started looking up how to make merch? You're the only channel that would announce merch without it being ready. Exactly. So she's basically putting up merch for sale in a way by making her Patreon. But there's no merch ready. She's not even halfway ready. She could set up a merch store today if she wanted to, if she had a design ready to go and put that on a few items, but she doesn't even have that. But let's go ahead and make a Patreon tier and charge people $20 for merch that's not even ready yet.
I'm going to look that up after. Well, the Patreon has merch. If you sign up for the $20 tier, you get merch included every 3. Oh, ketchup. Every 3 months, you get merch. There's a mug, t-shirt that says Ready Set Bees. Very important Beezer t-shirt and a mug that says Ready Set Bees. And there's a sticker and a poster of Sam, CEO. That's the Beezer Show Ltd. Patreon. But I need Foodie Beauty merch too. Like on this channel. Right? Hi, Just Tiff. Flop area, that's not very nice.
You know what she could do, since she has her audience in front of her, and this is something that I would do if I had an idea for merch, and I do have some ideas, and I'm thinking about doing my own merch store, but I've just been very careful and I want to give a lot of thought to it. Since she's got her audience in front of her, what she could do is say, look, I'm thinking about doing some merch. What kinds of merch would you guys like to see the most of? And that's what she would know what kind of merch to do. And people can give their ideas. Well, I would get a mug, or I would get a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. And that way she would know what kinds of items to put in the merch store and what ones to leave out.
Ugh. A rum? But that's boring merch. I need to come up with something more creative. Excuse me. What about if I sell ringtones with my sick beats on them? Shut up, EG shirt with my sayings on it. First of all, 2 patties? No. No. 1 patty. Smells like horse meat. Mushroom Swiss burger. Good B branded CPAP machine.
Jana says, sell your bath water whenever you decide to bathe again. You know what? Somebody already did that and made a bunch of money. Belle Delphine actually did that. She had was it an OnlyFans? Where was she? Did she have a Patreon? I think it was Patreon. So there was a girl by the name of Belle Delphine. She actually did that. She actually sold her bathwater and she made so much money off of that. You know, there's an old, like, there are guys that sometimes say, man, you're so good looking, I drink your bathwater. Well, guess what? She actually packaged up her bath water. I don't know if it was actually her bath water, but just water in a little glass vial. And she made thousands of dollars doing that. So, been there, done that.
From my bathwater?
Ew. I wouldn't buy that.
I know. I'm not supposed to eat out. Burger's not that good.
Oh, God. I was waiting for someone to say it. Jana says, you always seem to be eating out things you shouldn't. I was going to make a snarky comment about her eating out, but somebody said something to that equivalent for me.
The fries are not that good. Nothing is that good. Yeah, sometimes food gets in my nails.
Ew.
Justice for Julia? We have not cleaned these. I don't know. Asked her why. You have COVID? Hi, Sandra.
You know, I'm just going to call it for what it is. The way she's eating right now is just nonstop eating, just shoving things in her mouth as fast as you can. I don't care if she does have the vid. This is a binge. That's what this is. This is a binge. I see you over there, Chantal. You're binging.
Brazil! I want to go to Brazil. What? It costs too much. Why do I have a widow's peak?
And she's eating these potato chips while her throat is messed up. I'm sorry, if your throat's messed up, you don't want to eat something scratchy like potato chips.
Australia is so far. How many hours flight is that, I wonder? Himalayan bees. I don't know, Sam Q. I don't think it is. Yes, turquoise.
Wow. So Turquoise asked the question, did you just pick up old chips off the floor and start eating them? And she said yes. So it wasn't enough that 2 hours ago she had a meal and she just ate like a blizzard thing from Dairy Queen and she's got a burger. She's going to pick up old chips too. I told you this is a binge.
Shut up. What are you doing, Sam?
So this person sends a super chat saying, Chantal, you are so depressed when confronted with real people and you fear. All your hug box is your ruination. You hate yourself and hate all people. You know, I'll go even further with that super chat. The hug box is not just her ruination, it's everybody else in the hug box too. You know, she's being dragged down by them, but they're being dragged down by her. I don't know what kind of audience Chantal has. I imagine a lot of those people that they are housebound or they're the same messed up mindset as she is, and that's why they're attracted to her. But they're involved in a abusive relationship with Chantal. And I know that maybe out of their scope of understanding to consider that, but that's the truth. They are involved in an active abusive relationship with Chantal because she constantly goes to them and she belittles her own VIBs. She calls them names. She blocks, she bans them, she abuses them. And they keep coming back for more. They keep coming back to it, and she gives more, and they still don't leave. So she's abusive to them too. But I've seen also people in her VIB chat, they know she's got a problem with food. They've seen her doing the drugs, and they will sit there and keep poking at her and encouraging her to keep eating even while she's eating. And even if she's incredibly high to the point where she's cross-eyed, they'll be like, go ahead, take another edible. So there's toxicity on both sides.
Join the Mexican cartel. And look at. Do you hear? Oh, Florida bees.
No, absolutely not. You stay out of my home state. Don't you go to Florida. You stay out of Florida. Don't go there. No, absolutely not, ma'am. And by the way, while you're at it, stay out of California. Don't you come here. You stay out. We don't want you in Cali, and we don't want you in Florida either. Florida's a nice place. Leave us alone in Florida and California.
Hi, Jade. Thank you. I hope I start to feel better too. Oh, let's go to. Do you guys want to go to Disneyland instead of Niagara Falls? We can get a scooter.
Something tells me that Chantal took an edible or two before this live stream because she is just going to town on that food. And her eyes look a little bit big, so I wonder if she did an edible before she started eating her meal.
Lord Chipsing. Hi, Wonderlife. A hug box is a box of people who hug you.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hug box on Chantal's side only has one side, hers. That's the only side she will allow, is it leaning in her favor. No other side is allowed, no other difference of opinions or feelings. That box only has one side leaning in her direction.
We go inside the box and then I'll hug you. Those are chips are salty. Would I be able to fit in the haunted houses? That's all I care about.
Chantal, you wouldn't be able to do the haunted house because there might be a line. You can't stand in line. You'd be that person going up to the haunted house line and complaining about all the people in front of you and probably complaining about their privilege. Yeah, that would be you. You can't do anything unless you can do it immediately. You wouldn't be able to stand in line at any of the lines at Disney World.
Go to the dumpsters? You're no fun. What else can I eat right now? They'll send you to Russia. Do a poll. I also want to go to Cimarron, New Mexico. I want to go to such random places. My ear is starting to hurt.
Probably infected.
It's like all swollen in my head. Look.
Sounds like it's infected.
You're going to India? I know, it looks puffy. I want a ringtone with my laugh. That one? Oh my god. I should do soundbite ringtones. It's just water weight.
Girl, you didn't drink a pool. It ain't water weight.
It's just inflammation. Do you want a mug with rat face? I'm not even baked at all. I'm just sick.
Liar.
I haven't smoked or anything today.
Liar.
No one wants a ringtone. It's true. Yeah, piercings always swell. Yeah, I have some friggin' Mario bees later too. Absolutely, I'm friggin' sick, and I need to shave my head. I'm gonna shave my head later. What do you think? Do I miss Cuba? A little bit. I don't miss being sick. I miss the ocean. And you know who. I'm not gonna lie. Hi, Bree! I was thinking of going to Mexico. I only want a fat on a plane. The economy sucks, eh? I just need a seatbelt extender. Really.
But you said you could fit in one seat, Chantal, right? You can fit in an airplane seat. No problem. No, you can't. I'm sorry. I've flown before, and the airplane seats are really small. And even I had trouble with them because they're narrow. Airplane seats are very, very narrow. Anybody that's flown will tell you that. So you're over there saying you could fit in one seat, you don't need two. That's a bunch of hogwash. You need more than just an extender seatbelt. You need two seats. And don't be selfish the next time you fly and take up somebody else's seat. Buy two seats if you need it.
I'm usually okay with that. I hate being sick.
Stop doing the
As
cola.
long as I don't need a ventilator, fucking happy with that. Actually, knock on wood, go to Costa Rica. Is Costa Rica a good place to go? Yeah. Let's go put the map up right now in peace. My CPAP is my ventilator. Angels. Sam. Sam. You're fat. Season. Yeah, much happier when I'm traveling, right? It's fine.
Not exactly. I mean, you were in Cuba for 7 days, and most of that you spent raging and you had a meltdown. So I wouldn't call that happy.
Some juice.
She's eating again?
Olives. I think so. Give BBJ some cheese. Frozen. Beer cheese? Nasty. Fuck. That's why it tastes like shit. Hi, Fulu. Madagascar? Lots of walking where? I need to walk. I did a lot of walking, enough walking in Cuba, more than usual. Got the hell away from there.
And I noticed that she bought some cranberry juice. Usually you buy cranberry juice if you've got a UTI. So you got a UTI again, Chantal?
I don't enjoy the heat. No, I don't. I didn't mind it too bad in Cuba, though.
And you want to go to Mexico. It's not going to be cold down there.
No, I was going to go to the gym, yeah. I don't want to use that gym at the complex. I want a trainer.
Yeah, see, where Chantal lives, she's got a gym that she could use. As a matter of fact, she talked about it, I think, when she moved in or before she did. So if she wants to go work out, she doesn't even have to pay a gym membership. She can use the gym in the apartment complex. She can go there and probably work out for free. Or if she doesn't want to do that, she can work out at home. Uh, she can buy a simple treadmill and walk on that in the comfort of her own home, out of the heat. Just do some simple walking and burn off some calories. You know, treadmills usually go for say like $200 or so, and for Chantal, $200 is nothing. So if she ever wanted to really commit to walking, there's a way to do it without worrying about the weather or overheating. She could do it at home.
Ham and cheese sandwich resort. Fuck. Cooking badly my way. Definitely Singapore, Russia. THC vapes are okay to bring in your backpacks. Thailand too. Really?
You know, I wouldn't trust that person because if you're traveling internationally, that means you are passing through different zones, and different zones may have different rules about you bringing any kind of chemicals on a plane. I wouldn't trust that person's word.
First class where, optimistic? Puerto Rico. Hi,
Dark Desert Highway says 3 beds in a room for no good reason resorts. Yeah, that was odd. I thought that was very odd. The Chantal took a room and there were 3 beds in it. And I got to thinking, maybe this trip that she took to Cuba, there were other people that were supposed to go on the trip with her, hence why there were 3 beds. Who do you think was supposed to be in those other 2 beds? Possibly Dee Dee and Natter? Makes you wonder.
Ian. 3 beds in a room for no good reason. Mega bed. Flop there. Make mega bed. Just don't fly economy. I know. Starfish pillow? Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Anyone make pillows that wants to collab with me? Thanks, Gail. Philippines?
Bobby, come here.
Euro cruise? It's a cruise that goes around Euro. I can't. You remember that? Her fucking friend had COVID. If I would have been there when I got COVID, I would have had to stay there probably in quarantine. I'm so glad I didn't catch it while I was there. Just looking at my teeth color. Brazil. Oh, Brazilian men.
I don't think you'd make it to Brazil. That's a long, long way from home, Chantal. I don't know how long it is from Canada to Brazil. It's a long trip, girl. Long. I don't think you could make it. And on top of that, Brazil is full of beautiful women. Oh, I've seen the women in Brazil. They are amazing with amazing curves. I don't know if you can compete with those Brazilian women, Chantal. Mm-mm.
Really, RT? You're so lucky you live there. Is Brazil a good place to vacation for real? Acapulco. There's so many places to go in Mexico. I want to go to. Excuse me.
Oh, this super chat saying he, talking about Natter, is denying you again. Spill them beans. He's not denying her. He just saw her in a motel room. That's the narrative he's trying to paint over there of we're not talking. Don't believe what he says. Believe what happens. Choose the action over the words. If he hated Chantal with a passion and they were really on the outs, number one, she'd be raging about him, which half the time is fake anyway. But if they had a problem, she'd be screaming about him. Number two, if he had a problem with her, he wouldn't have met her up in a hotel room. If this guy is spending time with her in a room, he doesn't have a problem with her, and he wouldn't spend the night with her. Time to wake up over there, VIBs. Don't listen to Natter saying, oh, I got a problem with Chantal. He has no problem taking her money. He has no problem spending the night with her in a motel room. Wake up and drink the wool coffee.
I was on the beach in Greece when I was like 6 or 7. I said, Mommy, like a hatched bird. Oh, I know, Wanderlust. The nerve, right?
Here's another super chat. Why is Natter embarrassed of you and not Dee Dee? Well, they're all a bunch of liars, scammers, and thieves. All of them. Dee Dee, Natter, Chantal, and Pete's. They're all in the same boat for the same reason, for money. But as far as why is Natter not claiming Chantal? Simple reason. Aside from the fact that she is highly offensive and she's gross and she's vulgar, let's just put that aside for a minute about her personal hygiene and whatnot. Think about it, y'all. Why is he so adamant about denying Chantal? I'll tell you why. Because he's got a channel and she's got a channel, and him denying her and all this drama is too profitable. If he claimed her like she says that she wants him to, there wouldn't be as much drama and there wouldn't be as much money. By keeping up this facade of I can't stand her and there's all this drama and there's fighting, it's very profitable. It's very, very profitable. That's the main reason why. That's why he's denying Chantal. Because as long as there's this drama going on back and forth, they can manufacture once in a while for extra views and extra money. He will continue to deny her. But he didn't deny her in the motel room the other night.
His profile picture is big, balding head. Health and fitness with Roman. Yeah, right. Fuck. Health and fitness, boiled ketchup, boiled cauliflower corn ketchup my way. Fuck. Chicken toes. Ugh, I don't like chicken toes. Chantal, does the man in Cuba know about you being sick? No. I should tell him, huh? Bird people are never too. Bird people, you did, Rosemary.
These VIBs, I just don't know what's wrong with them. So here's this person, Gail Jones, that says, Chantal, keep your boundaries, girl. Happy for you. What boundaries? What boundaries has she set for herself or for Natter? What boundaries? She went to go see him. What boundaries? She snuck off to go see him and she tried to get Pete to say, oh, she's with her mom. Well, clearly that didn't happen. She wasn't with her mother. She was with Natter. So where's the boundaries? Where? How can you say that she set boundaries when she went to go see him and she spent the whole night with him and she drove him back to Montreal? Where's the boundaries? What is it with you people over there? You're thinking that she's staying away from Natter. She's not staying away from him. She just takes breaks. And she paints this narrative. Oh, we're not talking. We're not seeing each other. When they are seeing each other, when they're clearly in communication. Yes, they are. She turned on his phone. She never turned it off. What boundaries?
Mary. Please, I'm going to reuse that. Everywhere's a garbage. Effing bird. Bird people cannot be trusted. My channel has COVID. My channel's gained over 1,000. Friggin' fucking whatever else. I don't know. There's a lot of haunted trips we can do. I love my nails like this. You guys? I know. I'm working on a bunch of songs. Don't worry.
Sure you are.
Point. It's not even thing anymore. Now I have no love life to share, really.
Find something else to talk about, though. This is your channel, Chantal. This is your content. There's millions of things to talk about. There's so much you could bring to your channel if you wanted to, but you're so focused on the negative content in the same 4 or 5 subjects in a row. Find something else to talk about. Seriously, there's only so much the reaction channels can do to keep you interesting. Help us out a little bit. Throw something else in there that we've never talked about before.
Thanks, Hardy. I have magnetic lashes, but I have non-magnetic as well. I haven't been commenting because shit's been crazy, but I'm happy Cupid turned out. Thank you, Pretty Wing. That's okay. Yeah. You just get. Anyway.
So that's it for the React video. So we kept it under an hour. That's good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.